guys, and welcome to my homestead. Listen, I'm going to do my first review on some groceries here. um, I ordered some meat online. Now, I've done this before with another company, but before I do anything, I want to say, doing this, I have not gotten any compensation from this company. In fact, after I ordered all this meat, I messaged them and told them that I would be doing a review, that I had a YouTube channel, and they said that's great. They said you just go right ahead and do it. So anyways, I've been doing a lot of research online and on this online meat, and I did buy from one company, and it was a good company, and I don't have nothing bad to say about them. But I've done a lot of research, and I guess since we quit raising our own meat, it's just been hard for me to keep buying meat from regular grocery stores. It's very low. It's horrible meat. I just can't hardly stand it. Now my son, he raises ours eating chickens. So as far as chickens, we have fresh chickens and we have fresh eggs. So we're good to go on that. But we don't raise hogs and cattle anymore. So we got to find a different avenue here. Now we do have some meat lockers. We have one run by the Mennonites about 30, 40 minutes from here. I'm not real sure where their meat comes from. I knew at one time, but anymore I'm not sure where it's raised, how it's raised, or anything else. But anyways, I'm going to do a review on, it's called Porter Road, and it's out of, it is out of Princeton, Kentucky. And the story on these two guys, and if I'm saying this wrong, I hope they let me know. And I'm just going to do a little short commentary here. It's two guys that owned the business. They got together and started a catering business. And because they got discouraged because they couldn't find good cuts of meats for their catering business, so they decided to put in their own shop, their own butcher shop. So their main facility is in Kentucky, and they work with selected farmers that they've selected, knowing, the kind of beef and pork and chicken that they're going to be getting. So they pre-select the farmers, from what I've read and researched. And so they have a facility in Kentucky, and then in Nashville they have, I believe, a butcher shop there where they cut and sell a lot of meat there. So what I done is I ordered, I just went ahead and ordered a month's worth of meat or more. I don't know really how long it's going to last us, because when I buy online, I buy in bulk, because I save money doing it that way. I live way out in the country. I live out in sticks. I'm not going to run to Walmart or one of our little grocery stores every time I need something. I just don't do it. Besides that, I don't like their meat. We just don't have that option around here of having a place to get good quality meat. And if I had to continue to eat that garbage, I guess I'd just become a vegetarian. So anyways, we have ate the bacon. The bacon is great. It is not sugar cured. It's not salty. It's got just a hint of smoke, of, I guess, hickory smoke maybe. And it's lean. It doesn't shrink up. And it smells so good just getting it out of the package. And when you're cooking it, it just smells great. It is great bacon, and I will be reordering the bacon. I made some tacos the other night out of the hamburger meat. The hamburger meat's great. I didn't take the time to look up what the percentage of the fat to lean was, and I wish I would have, but I didn't. But it was good hamburger meat. and it comes in 2-pound packages. The bacon comes in 1-pound packages. And last night I had ordered some. They're homemade beef hot dogs. And them things are that long. And they're some of the best hot dogs I've ever ate. And when I opened the package up, it looked like it had little grill marks on the hot dogs. So what I'm thinking is they must smoke these hot dogs just a little bit. Not much. They're not real smoky tasting, just a little hint that they've been on the smoker or something. But they were good. I cooked them up with my homemade sauerkraut, and it was good. So tonight, I'm cooking pork chops. This is a bone-in pork chop. And I think it's beautiful. It is probably about a half an inch thick. It's got a little bone in it, which is going to give it flavor when it's cooking. And it's got just enough fat right here that's going to give it a lot of flavor when it's cooking up. And it's not going to be dry. Now you don't have to eat all that fat, but if you leave that fat on that pork chop and cook it up, that's what keeps your pork chop moist, and that's what gives it a lot of flavor. So like I said, you can cut it off later, but don't cut it off before you cook it. So I've got a bone-in pork chop, and then this one is, I'm going to give Danny this one. This one is a porterhouse, a pork porterhouse, and I have never seen one before, and it looks good too. You know, a beef porterhouse, you know how good, I love them. But this is a pork porterhouse, and this right here is going to be really tender, and you can see the fat around the side, which is going to flavor up your meat here as it's cooked, and the bone in there. So I'm going to cook these up, and we're going to give a review on the pork chops too. And I can tell y'all that I've got still several. I've got ribs that I bought from them. I've got 2 ribeyes. I've got some chorizo that's homemade by this company. Breakfast sausage. I've got that. I can't remember what else I got. But anyways, it's Porter Road. I keep saying Porterhouse. It's Porter Road, and they're out of Kentucky. So look them up, and let me cook these pork chops. I'm going to take y'all along with me, and we're going to cook them up, and we're going to try them. And my mouth's watering right now because I love a good pork chop. So we'll be back in just a little bit. Now I said a half an inch thick, but I want y'all to look. That's an inch thick right there. I want you, this pork chop is beautiful. That is some beautiful, and it doesn't have a porky, hoggy smell to it at all. And that's one thing I cannot stand. The fat around the edge looks really good. It's not gristly. That's going to give this meat some really good flavor. Now, this is the bone-in pork chop, and this is the pork porterhouse. And I'm just happy with them. They're both a beautiful cut of meat. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to flour these pork chops like I would. Usually, when we eat pork chops, I'll season them and flour and fry them up, you know, in my pan. But I'm not going to do these cuts that way. I'm going to season them up just like I would a steak, a beef steak. And then I'm going to cook them in my cast iron skillet. I can't cook them as hot as I would a steak because they've got to be well done, certain temperature, to where your beef steak, you could have it medium rare, whatever, but your pork has to be cooked through and through. But I do want to cook them in an iron skillet and just treat them like a steak. That's what I'm going to do. And I think they're going to be delicious. I'm going to put a little salt Now, I know when I cook steak, protein takes a lot of salt, and it makes it taste really good. I'm going to take some black pepper, and I'm going to do this on both sides, but I'm just going to show you this side right now. Then I'm going to take some of my California granulated garlic, and I absolutely love this granulated garlic. I get it from Amazon. And I'm going to put liberally on both sides, just like that. Now, because this is pork, now I wouldn't put this on steak, but because this is pork, I've got some of my dried thyme from the garden. And thyme and pork go together very well. I'm going to crush it up a little bit in my hand. And I love thyme. Now, you don't want to use a bunch of it. But thyme and pork go good together. Thyme and chicken go good together. And I'm going to put it on both sides just like that. And I'm just going to cook them in a hot cast iron skillet. But I'm not going to cook them too fast because I want them done in the middle and I don't want them cooked to death on the outside. So we got them seasoned up and we'll cook them up here in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to take my pork porterhouse and my bone-in pork chop, and I'm going to get it in my hot cast iron skillet real quick. And then I'm going to season the other side. I don't have the heat up real high because you don't want to cook them as fast as you would a steak. But you want to get a good sear on them. So I'm going to season this side, and I want to get them, I'll turn them here in probably I'll let them cook about 6 minutes on that side, and I'll turn them and I'll cook them another 6 minutes on the other side. And I want them to come to at least 100, I like my pork about 170 in the middle. So, let me season this up and we'll be back in just a little bit. They've been cooking 6 minutes on this one side, so I'm gonna flip them over. And they got a good scald on that one side. I'm gonna flip the pork chop over. And I'm gonna let these cook 6 minutes on this side too. So we'll be back when 6 minutes is up. Okay, I cooked it 6 minutes on that side. I'm gonna look and see what kind of shit, yeah. Now I'm gonna turn it on its side where all that fat is, and I'm gonna render that fat real good in the pan. And what you're gonna get from that is you're gonna get a lot of good flavor, because when I get done doing this, I'm gonna stick it over here in my little countertop oven, and I'm gonna put it in there for about 5 minutes. So all this that you do extra is just gonna help that meat, and it smells really good. This pork does not smell hoggy at all. A lot of times you'll get fresh pork from the meat locker and it just has a hoggy smell to it, and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna go around the fat side a little bit and render it off. My mouth's watering. I know this is going to be good. It smells really good. I'll turn the heat down a little bit. I'm going to show y'all. See how I rendered that fat on that porterhouse. And I'm going to do this pork chop the same way. I'm just going to turn it on its side and render it off a little bit. Now, I don't hardly ever buy pork chops this thick, but they come this thickness, and it's about 1 inch. But if you cook them right, they'll be as good as a steak almost. But you gotta leave that fat, you gotta leave some of that fat in there for the flavor and to moisten your meat. If you just put it in a dry pan and you cut that fat off and try to and try to cook it like I'm doing right now, you're going to have a dry piece of meat. And if these pork chops are as good as the bacon was, it's really going to be good. Okay. I think I've got that fat rendered pretty good on both sides. I'm going to turn my stove off and I'm going to put these in a 400 degree, my little oven over here, and I'm going to let them cook for about 5 minutes. And I'm going to check the temp on them. Okay guys, we're going to taste our pork chops. Like I always say, the proof is in the pudding, so let's try it. Mr. Brown's got the porterhouse. And I've got the bone-in pork chop. Now after I cooked them 6 minutes on both sides and seared them real good, I put them in my convection oven at 400 for about 5 minutes.
If you really want to know what a hog tastes like, you eat the fat.
I left the fat on there and I rendered that fat out really good. But you can cut the fat off when you're eating it.
That fat is a very tasty. Don't taste like no hog. That's very good.
That's good pork, isn't it?
Very good.
Okay, so Porter Road in Princeton, Kentucky. So far we've ate the bacon. It was good.
Very lean bacon.
We
Very
ate
good.
the hamburger meat. We made tacos with it. It was good tacos.
I ate too many.
And we had the homemade beef hot dogs last night with homemade sauerkraut.
Yeah, and the hot dogs, I don't know when I've ate a better hot dog.
That's what I told them. Really good hot dogs. I will be ordering them again. And I don't know, how long were them hot dogs? They were long, almost like a Polish sausage or
I
something.
think they were 3 feet.
They were not.
I ate 2 of them and I was full.
Yeah. Well, I'm real impressed with the meat so far.
I am too. There's nothing like trying that. You know, you pay a little more.
Well, they always say you get what you pay for.
And sometimes you sometimes you pay more and it's not, the quality's really not there, but this meat here is, I'm impressed. It's,
Now we still have
I mean,
ribeyes to try, pork ribs, Boston butt, I think, some chorizo and sausage, some brats, I don't know what all. But anyway, this is really good stuff. So y'all need to check them out. It's Porter Road.
I can't get over how good that fat is. It's really good. I mean, a lot of people don't eat fat, but I do.
No, because they're going to get on there and say, you're not supposed to be eating that fat. It's not good for you.
Well, I don't eat it 24 hours a day.
I would.
It's, there's certain proteins that's good for you. It's not necessarily thinking you ought to eat a lot of fat, but quality meat, if you want a good piece of meat, you're going to have a little bit of fat on it, in my opinion.
And the bone. Because that bone also gives your meat flavor too. So, my review so far is good meat. Thumbs up, way up. Another thing I want to talk about before we go is Miss Vicki from Vicki's Country Home and I are having a get-together in my home state of Arkansas, in Pocahontas, Arkansas, at Old Davidsonville State Park on the 28th of September. And I've already got the pavilion rented and everything. There's a little lake there, and there's a real nice campground there. It's a real clean place. And we're going to have potluck, barbecue, and stuff like that. But anybody that's close or that can come, we're all going to get together and just talk and have a good time. So if y'all are able, y'all come see us and visit with us and eat with us. And I think it'll be a good deal.
Pass me that fat butter there.
That fat butter. The real stuff.
The real stuff.
Okay, we're not eating very healthy tonight as far as fat.
Oh, it's healthy.
It's good for you in moderation, huh?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here and eat, and you gotta turn the camera on. Is that okay?
I can do it.
We'll see you guys. If y'all like this video, give me a thumbs up and consider checking out Porter Road in Princeton, Kentucky, and share it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel because it really helps me out, and we'll see you guys later. God bless everybody.